My best guy friend just told me he's in love with me. 2 days before my wedding. As the title says, I've been with my fiancé for 3 years, engaged for a little over a year. My best friend and I have known each other since freshman year of college. We are all in our early 30s. This morning, I woke up to a long-ass text from my guy best friend that he had sent around 6 a.m. Basically, it was him pouring his heart out. He said he's been in love with me for years, but always hoped I'd end up breaking up with my fiancé and finally noticing him. He asked me to call off the wedding and run away with him. It said, I needed to tell you before it was too late. I just feel gross. And sad. I have no feelings for him beyond platonic love. I've drafted a response and deleted it, over and over. I haven't even told my fiancé. I don't want him to have to worry about me so soon to our wedding. I know I need to, but I don't know what to do or how to phrase it. What's worse is that he's become my fiancé's friend, too. I'm also pretty pissed that my friend chose such an unfortunate time to cause me such distress. There were so many times over the years he could have just bucked up and told me how he felt. But waiting until right before I'm married? Like I would just cancel my wedding and leave my fiancé because of a goddamn text? I want to tell him to not come to the wedding. I can't trust that he wouldn't try to pull something. I don't even know if I want to talk to him again, but the thought of losing my best friend is heartbreaking. Hell, the thought of not having him at my wedding is really painful. He's put me in an uncomfortable, impossible situation.
I wish it wasn't on me to deal with his feelings for him. I wish he had either stopped being friends with me when he realized us ending up together would never happen, or had told me a while ago. I don't want to kick him while he's down, but I need to make it clear that I have no feelings. The wedding is still on, and I don't want him to attend. We have been friends for over a decade. I've been crying over this all day. I feel almost disgusted, knowing that this whole time he had ulterior motives. How do I even go about dealing with this? I'm supposed to get married in under 48 hours. Edit. I'll be showing the text to my fiancé after he gets home from his brother's. I won't send anything until he's here with me.
Guy has seen way too many rom-coms.
Show your fiancé the text and let him feel his own feelings too. Just send "you are my friend" and nothing more. I need to process my thoughts, so don't come to the wedding and don't contact me. I will contact you when I am ready. Then mute him if you can. If he tries to message again, block him. It really sucks, but you just need to put this to one side and enjoy your wedding.
I would not invite him to wedding anymore. Show your husband the text. And just be like, OMG WTF? You haven't done anything wrong. Your friend is the one who did this. Tell your fiancé immediately. At a minimum, they can help you craft the replies to this idiot. I'd start the conversation by saying, we may have to tell idiot that he can't come to the wedding. Even worse, we may have to cut him out of our lives entirely. Then show him the text. As for the idiot, perhaps something along these lines. You've put me in a difficult position because I absolutely do not share the feelings you have. You've been a close friend, but I've never seen you as anything more than a platonic friend. I've shown your text to fiancé, and we both agree that it would be best for you to not attend the wedding. I will not be canceling the wedding and I will not be running away with you.
Please do not contact me in any way until after we return from our honeymoon.
Tell your fiancé right now what happened. Then tell your friend how you feel and ask him to not come to the wedding, and you can have a more in-depth conversation with him a few weeks after the wedding. Then try to enjoy your wedding. Honestly, he can't go to your wedding. This is so selfish, and you're right, he should have said something a long time ago, not right before your wedding. He will ruin your big day if he goes. You don't seem confused about any of this. And so I don't have a lot of advice for you. Just, man, That sucks. The best thing might be to shut it out of your mind and deal with your wedding. I need to make it clear that I have no feelings. The wedding is still on. And I don't want him to attend. Say that, just that. And then don't spend any time elaborating. If he persists, tell him you don't have time for that shit. Because you're about to get married. He might still show up to the ceremony. So brace yourself for it. Awkward as it is, I think you should mention this to your fiancé now, rather than later. Partly for full disclosure, and partly so he'll be prepared in case your friend shows up to the ceremony or escalates. His friendship with your fiancé is an example of keep your friends close and enemies closer. Try to calm down and relax. Tell your fiancé because he needs to know this. You can also show him the drafts you already made and ask him for advice. After sending the reply, block your friend everywhere. If it's possible for this guy to sabotage your wedding, discuss this with your wedding planner ASAP. JFC. What an asshole. He is a selfish jerk for laying this on you right before your wedding. And you need to tell him that. The text you send back to him needs to be short and sweet, and you need to cancel his invite to the wedding. And of course you're going to have to let people know that. If he shows up, that he is to be escorted out immediately. What a wholly selfish trash bag of a self-proclaimed friend. Actual friends don't do this. Sorry you got fuck-zoned. Because there are a few comments suggesting being a good friend to this person. I want to say, that guy is not your friend. A friend would not do this to you. Get him out of your life. Cancel his invite and cut him out of your life. This is the ultimate nice guy. TM. Move. He could have asked you out a decade ago. Or 5 years ago. Instead, he decided to pine away, hoping that you'd notice what a great guy he is. Now he intends to blow up your wedding because he can't bear that another man will have what is rightfully his. Tell your fiancé immediately. Then you both need to call this guy together and officially uninvite him from the wedding. Then you both need to tell your friends what he did so this guy can't lie and get sympathy. You don't need to share the text with your friends. But you and fiancé should compose and send a joint email that simply states, Joe decided to disrespect our friendship and the relationship Op and fiancé have. Joe is no longer invited to our wedding. We will no longer be socializing with Joe. We are informing you so you can understand and respect our wishes. If you haven't already, I recommend hiring an off-duty cop as security for your wedding. I used to be a wedding planner, and I've seen situations where people crash the ceremony or reception in some weird, grand gesture to proclaim their love. It always ends badly. Give the security guard a photo of Joe and tell him he's banned. I saw a post that said, imagine how hard it is being a guy put in the friend zone. Imagine how hard it is being a girl and realizing you never had a real friend to begin with. I'm really sorry for you. I would definitely tell your fiancé ASAP so that he doesn't think you waited to tell him because you were considering your former friend's message. I probably wouldn't invite him to the wedding either. Imagine the position that puts your fiancé in. Tell your fiancé yesterday. You don't want this looking like you hid something. That dude definitely watched one too many movies or something to do this. Definitely cut him out of your life. What an odd guy. I had this same thing happen to me. With one slight variation. I was in love with the guy years ago and he rejected me. I dusted myself off. Remained friends with him. And over the next 3 years, we became closer and closer. But I was able to move past my feelings for him and accept that he didn't feel the same way. It was a purely platonic relationship after that with zero flirting from either party. Then I met my husband. Started dating. 13 months later, We are engaged. 6 months later, we are getting married. And this guy decides to tell me 12 days before the wedding that he was hoping the relationship would end so he could make his move, and that it was a mistake to reject me 5 years ago. That he realizes now that he loves me. I was enraged because, what? I'm only attractive to you because someone else wants me? When I was single as the day is long, you were adamant about not wanting me, and now I'm getting married. I don't have those feelings for you anymore. Bro, I'm in love with my fiancé. But, I simply said, okay, can you still be my friend after I get married? Or will that be too hard for you? If it's too hard, I understand. And this is where we part ways. He said he'd rather have me as a friend than nothing at all, and we are still friends today. My husband knows about all of this and has even shown him extreme kindness by going out of his way to do favors for him. One of the reasons I married him is because he's so amazing. But anyway, everything is back to being platonic between my friend and I, and it's been fine. I've been married for 3 years. You can give him the option of remaining in your life as just a friend, or show him the door. But he doesn't get to do this to you before your wedding and have the audacity to think you'll call it off for him. You don't have to even speak to him until you feel like it. Whenever or if that ever comes, you can be done. My friend did not attend my wedding, but that was fine. He's been cool ever since. I think a nice concise, "I'm sorry but I don't feel that a way about you. Maybe it's best that we take some time apart for a while. Please don't come to my wedding." May work. I'm sorry. This was a really shitty move on his part, and I'd say it's downright close to emotional manipulation. The best friend will now complain for years that girls don't like nice guys. First of all, I'm so sorry that your so-called friend chose to do a most unfriend-like thing. He has behaved with incredible selfishness. If you're looking for an itemized list of things to do, try 1. Text him back with, "You're no longer invited to the wedding. Do not reach out to me. If I choose to discuss this with you in the future, it will be on my terms and my timeline. I am blocking you now." 2. Tell your fiancé. Send screenshots. Tell him that you want no secrets between you two. You feel incredibly upset and violated. You're furious he's been disrespected like this. And you've already uninvited this person from the wedding and blocked them on your phone. 3. Recruit a wedding party member as security. Tell them everything. With screenshots. This guy gets no privacy. He chose to try and disrupt your life at the worst time possible. Anyway, draft a friend as a possible bouncer in case this bobo decides to pull the graduate's ending on you. 4. Focus on your wedding and your honeymoon. If you're having one, you'll have time to mourn the end of this friendship. Because that's what this is. A real best friend would not have let this situation develop. They would have either cleared the air very early on, pieced out on being your friend, or shut up. This guy decided instead to wait until a moment that would cause you both maximum inconvenience and turmoil. Also, he could star in his own doomed romance. You don't need this person as a friend. Again, I'm sorry this happened. He sucks 100%. This was not an impulse decision, a romantic gamble, or a wild hair up his ass. It was him trying to emotionally manipulate you for his own selfish gratification. Please enjoy your wedding surrounded by people who don't suck. That was selfish of him and tells you all you need to know. Tell your fiancé. Tell off this ass and rescind his invitation. Then go forward with your wedding and live awesome.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.